or 2040, still we cannot able to reach that particular point if you go with this kind of mindset. So that is my main intention. So how you have to change your mindset towards the startup. So that is one of the major thing that I would like to talk about today. Next. The next slide is actually whenever I would like to do something, okay, actually I'm a very social guy. So whatever I do, I will keep on posting on social media. That may be anything. Maybe I know I started a new project, or maybe I went to any other new place, or I went to any person, or I met some person. So anything I will share in social media or in my WhatsApp status or somewhere. Definitely I will share something because I don't want to hide anything. So I am preparing for today's session. Actually, I have to prepare a topic. Actually, I don't pre-plan, last 1 month back, 2 months back. I yesterday only I prepared this presentation. Okay. Before preparing this presentation, my intention is to talk about the Vision 2020, the failure of Vision 2020, because we are all in 2020 and we failed it, we failed it to fulfill the dreams of the great minds of India. So I thought that my topic should be like, my topic is on failure of Vision 2020. I said like this. When I put a status on it, obviously I will get a lot of replies. Okay, if I get a single status, the more than 700 800 people will watch it. Out of 700 800 people, I will get around 50 to 60 replies on like this. So when I get that, I get this reply. So she completed his IIM. She completed his MBA from an IIM, and she asked me a question that it's a vision or a mission. Okay, really, I loved the question. Whether it is a vision or mission, she asked me that question, and I told her that no one considered this as a mission, so that's why it's vision only. Because nobody considered that it should be, we should definitely should reach this particular point at 2020, and we definitely reach this particular extent. Nobody considered like this. Everybody is talking like vision, 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 but nobody put in efforts. Nobody put efforts intentionally to do that. Actually, when you are going like when the country is moving, when the country economy is moving, so automatically we will step into this kind of process of vision. Automatically those will come, those will convert, those visions converted to action. But nobody is intentionally did such kind of thing. So that's why I didn't consider this as a mission, but this is a vision. So I love this because, and my intention is that whenever, if you should have a particular people who always will guide you. Okay, because of just I put the status of that, she replied me and said vision or mission, and I replied something. After that, what is her reply is that you spelled vision wrongly. I mean, the spelling of vision is wrong in your status. So there is an extra S is there. So she told me that, okay, please remove that S. Actually, I didn't check that one, but okay, whatever the information that I get, it is right. Okay, I put a spelling of it wrong, and then I deleted my status and I put it back again. So when it comes to the social life, everything should be very careful. Okay, and you people very are active in social media and such kind of things. So always I mean, because maybe whether you get whether you did some spelling mistakes or not, it's not that much of matter. But as a professional, for me, it's very it matters a lot. Okay, so that's why I allowed it. Okay, and after that, what is the vision? So first of all, we should understand what is the vision. Okay, I mean, how many of you know? I think most of you know this character of Vision. Okay, Marvel is he's a Marvel hero, and he's especially from Avengers. Okay, especially he is not the person who is I'm not talking about this person, but his character is very nice, and I really love him. That's why I put it in it. I put it in my presentation. But anyway, I will talk about what exactly the vision is. Okay, there is a lot of things that are described in that particular book, or if you go to any website, or if you go to if you read any articles related anywhere, any business article or any technical article related to Vision 2020. So you will get a lot of information, lots of information related to Vision 2020. But the major part of that, there was a book related to this Vision 2020. In the chapter one of that book, they mentioned like vision should be original rather than imitating other nations. Okay, vision should be original. You should not imitate other nations. For example, let me say, we are all happy now. We are all happy because Hyderabad started metro trains and Delhi started metro trains, but Japan already started, okay, a lot of things, bullet trains. Japan already started bullet trains, and slowly what is happening? We are copying someone. Okay, there is already an existing country is there. For example, America is there, or Japan is there. What we people are doing, that we are just following. So metro trains are coming. We just we just developed the metro trains, and when you are in metro trains, the Japan in bullet trains. When Japan in bullet trains, when we are entering into the bullet trains, when India is entered into the concept of bullet trains, Japan will enter into some kind of things, and the USA will going to be entered into some kind of things. So always India will be a developing country in this procedure, because we are following someone. Because of the we are following someone, what is happening? Because of that reason, we are always lag behind. So because of these kind of reasons, sometimes will be always considered as a developing country, and that is also good sign. And the second thing is that there are some countries, like for example China. China is a copy king, and what they will do, they will do exactly what America is did in terms of economy and in terms of lifestyle of the people. They will copy everything from USA. For example, in USA, what is happened? You know what is happened to our mobile phones. Okay, initially we will have a landlines, and after that we will have a mobiles, and then we will have a smartphone. So this is a situation like landlines, mobiles, and then we have a smartphones. You know, China is ready to copy everything that is what happened in USA. So what China is did, China skipped the concept of landlines. Okay, China didn't use much amount of landlines. China didn't do that. Directly from directly China entered into the mobile phones, and then they entered into the smartphones. They didn't use the landlines. So they disturbed the evolution. What the exactly the evolution started, like landlines, and then mobile phones, and then the smartphones. They skipped something. So it is also not good. Even skipping of such kind of things is not good, and also the imitating other nations is also not good. And in this problem, what they said in this particular book, what they said, vision should be original rather than imitating other nation. Okay, we should not imitate any other nation. And in this particular thing, in this particular book, APJ sir and another author said, by taking an example of developed countries. Okay, he said taking an example of developed countries, but I don't understand what is meant by developed country. Actually, maybe they are right in the entire the perspective of the book, but I don't like the word developed. What is meant by developed? There is no such kind of thing like it is a place where you call it a developed. There is always things, there is always visions that are going to happen for each and every country. For us, we consider USA is a developed country. But now in today's newspaper, just before coming to this session, I came to know that every 30 seconds, one life is gone because of COVID-19 in USA, because of for every 30 seconds. So is it called a development? Maybe they are technically fast, they are maybe the kings of IT, but they cannot able to pretend themselves from a COVID-19. But if you come to the scenario of India, what is happening? People even don't care about this COVID and all. Okay, I'm talking about the old version of COVID. I don't know upgraded version of COVID. I think what it's gonna do for India. But when it comes to the old version of COVID, nobody is caring about this. And even if you see the cases around in Andhra Pradesh, it is around 3,800 today. But when it comes to the USA, we are considered that as a developed country, and it is showing that for every 30 seconds, one life is gone. So that is the situation. But so that's why we cannot able to say this is something like developed country. This is not like some other country. Maybe in the technological aspects also, the USA is also has its own motto. Maybe USA also had a vision 2020. Maybe USA also had a vision 2030. So there is no such kind of thing called developed country. And another bitter truth is that the developed countries, the developed countries are contributing more pollution compared to the non-developing countries. For example, whatever the contribution of the pollution that USA is done is more. For example, we are trying to be like America. Okay, for example, we are trying to be like America. We would like to be like a developed country. And if you'd like to go in that procedure, what is going to be happen? The pollution that is caused by the Indians is going to be very high. Okay, for example, let's say let's say a small country. Okay, the small country is very well developed, and because of that well developed nature and because of the lifestyle that they're causing a lot of pollution. But they're very limited people, maybe a 5 crore people or 6 crore people in this particular country. They're very limited, and whatever the pollution that they are causing because they develop lifestyle, that is different. But if the same lifestyle is developed in India, and each and every person get his own car, and each and every person get his own motorbike, and everybody did like this, because of that reason, a lot of pollution is going to happen, which is going to affect the entire human existence. Is it called development? Is it called development to reach a particular point where you cannot able to live in this world? And even now, a 6 years old kid wearing a mask and he's walking on a road where we are, a 6 years old kid wearing a mask. And that means for next generation, even we are not giving a freedom, even we are not giving a freedom to walk on a road. So is that a situation? Is that called a development? So it is not a development. It is not a development where you are producing a pollution and where you are not able to live in this world with the happiness. Is it called development? It is not a development. Absolutely, it is not development. So always there should be a developing country. Every country is a developing country. The development should be in terms of the happiness of the human beings, and as well as the living beings, all living beings. So that is called development. Development is like to give a better health and is to give a better lives and to give a happiness. The happiness is ultimate for anyone. Whatever the vision or whatever the thought, whatever the procedures that you do in your student life or in your professional life, everything is for happiness. If you don't have that happiness, or there is no matter of this development. So that's why I don't believe the word called developed. I strongly oppose the word called developed, the past tense. There is no such country is called like a developed country. Everything is a developing country. Even India is a developing country. Next, coming to the economy. So as I told you that the present scenario of 2020 is not only depends on the previous 1 year or 6 months back or something, that is what happened in just 2 years. It is depend on the entire world economy. Okay, it is depend on entire world economy, because whatever the decision that the Trump made, or what is the result that are coming in US elections, and what are the things that are happening around the world and in UK is going to affect Indian stock market. So everything is interlinked. We cannot say like that the Indian economy is just an Indian economy. What are the things that are happening around the world? What are the technological developments? What are the natural disasters that are happening? Everything is going to affect Indian's economy. So that's why I would like to consider the entire world economy, and I would like to explain what exactly it is. Okay, so it is very interesting topic for you to talk about economy, and you definitely should have this knowledge. Okay, so I will tell you the briefly what exactly it is. Okay, we divided the economy as 4 different categories. Maybe there are different reasons to segregate the economy. Okay, there are different reasons to segregate industries. There are different, based on the different perspectives or based on the different mentalities, people differentiate the things in the different manners. But here, the entire world economy is divided into 4 different categories. One is agriculture economy, industrial economy, knowledge economy, and the creative economy. So there are 4 things. So once upon a time, most of the time when you speak when you speak in front of anyone, or when you read any books related to India, or is there any some patriotics and speak about India, at that time they will say, once upon a time, India is the greatest country. Okay, we are the sources of civilization and technology to the entire world, including with Western countries. Okay, they will say some good words about India. Okay, obviously. So why they said like this? Because at the time, the entire world is in agriculture economy. People don't know anything other than doing agriculture. People don't know anything. So they just would like to do agriculture, and whatever the food that they had, they used to eat. So in India, we have 12 rivers, and we have a wonderful and admirable soil. So because of that reason, doing agriculture is become very easy in India, and India will be very prosperous country, because of having a food is a great opportunity. Having a food for each and every person in this particular country is very good. So because India is in agriculture economy, because of that reason, what is happened? Everything is going to be good, and India is very prosperous country at this time because of that reason, because we have 12 rivers. And at the time, for example, if you're an agriculture economy, and if somebody would like to theft something, somebody would like to drag something from you, what they can able to give, what they can able to do, they will they will drag all your this agriculture, what agriculture products, like like vegetables or maybe the food items. Okay, they can theft all kind of things. So at the time of agriculture economy, these kind of things are happened. Okay, like we cannot able to theft more amount of food, all those things, a little amount of. So at the time of agriculture economy, there will not be much disturbances are there. But because of the struggle, because of the food struggle, because of the struggle that they had in Western countries, because of that reason, when there was a struggle, there will be an invention. So because of the struggle that the people had in other countries, there was a industrial revolution was started after the Civil War. There was an industrial revolution was started in the Western countries. So at the time, everybody is putting on industries, and they are entering into the manufacturing things, and they start producing the things for the human benefits. They started doing that. The entire world is starting doing that. The entire world is in industrial economy. At the particular time, we Indians are under British control. At the time, we didn't start any industries. Still, we are an agriculture economy. The entire world is shifted towards industrial economy, but the India is in agriculture economy. So because of that reason, we are always lag behind one economy. The entire world is in industrial economy. We are in agriculture economy. And when India starts enter into the industrial economy, the world started into knowledge economy. Okay, for example, you have an industry. What do you want for an industry? You want working force, you want technical people, you want technology, you want R&D, everything you want. So that's why when the people started industries, and in the industrial revolution, when everyone put the industries, manufacturing industries, they want a staff, they want working force, they want technology. So because of that reason, people start learning. The education sector is developed in between this knowledge, in between this industrial economy and the knowledge economy. That there is a where the education was developed, where the education is exactly developed in between industrial economy and the knowledge economy. So people start learning, people start doing research, people start doing research papers and all those things. The entire world is shifted to knowledge economy. So after that, India is shifted to industrial economy. So India start producing the things. Okay, and now the world is from knowledge economy to they entered into creative economy, because they did a lot of research. So even if you see the people who are in IIT and people who are in a different research fields, they did a lot of things, they did a lot of contribution for the research, they are at the very peak stage of the research. Okay, but that research will not helpful for you until it's converted as a product, or until it converts it as a service to the human beings. Okay, if you say something about nanotechnology, and if you find out something in nanotechnology, but now the nanotechnology is not accessible to each and every student, or not accessible to each and every citizen of India. So that's why whatever the research that they did at the nanotechnology, the fruits will not be taken by us at this present time. So already the entire world is a knowledge economy, but India is an industry economy. So because the world is a knowledge economy, they get some knowledge. By using that knowledge, they went into different creative things, they went into different ideas, they went into different kind of sectors, and they enter into the creative economy, and India enter into knowledge economy. For example, if you see any university, they thought about research, they thought they will speak about getting a PhD in IITs, and they are speaking about to get a good gate rank, and they would like to get a job. So now we are in knowledge economy. What the world already did. Okay, already they entered into a job, already they did a research where they are, and still now we are doing a research about by taking a research papers as a one of the parameters, and we are doing it research now. But the world is in creative economy. So always, if you observe this entire scenario of agriculture economy, industrial economy, knowledge economy, and creative economy, everywhere India is lag behind one economy. So that is one of the major defects that India had. And another thing is that maybe some reasons, maybe you are back, we are at back, but we can see some kind of revolution like blue revolution, white revolution, green revolution. All these revolutions are happening again because of the agriculture economy, the agriculture background that India had. So that's why in the Vision 2020 they talk a lot about agriculture. The biggest asset that India has is agriculture. So the development in the agriculture sector in terms of technology and the science is going to give the better future for India. So that is the main target of the particular vision. But it is not happened. Not main target. It is one of the target that India had. So again, there was a problem. Was happened in this kind of reasons. When it comes to the economy, this is also one kind of failure that India had because of this kind of economy and all. So technically, if you see last 100 or 150 years or 100 years, in this background, India, we are not at the particular place where we are. We should be at a particular place, but because of all these reasons, we cannot able to stay here. But our intention is to we have to step ahead. Okay, we have to jump. We have to jump one economy in order to match the frequency of the world. So that's what we have to do. But still, we are somewhere we are lagged behind. Okay, that is one of the reason. Because of some of the failures. And when it comes to the startups, okay, because it's our responsibility, because only startups can change everything, not anything, because already existing businesses won't take any risks. For example, suppose for example, if I have a well-planned business, I don't want to do any risks. I don't want to do any risk because I don't want to miss the flow rate of my money. I don't want to miss the flow of money. I don't want to do risk. But if I have a startup, in order to generate a revenue, in order to generate a money, I will do things which have a lot of risk, which have a lot of inventional things. So I will do such kind of things. So it is a responsibility for the startups to do such kind of things. Because startups is not like just starting a business. Startup is nothing but it's a national duty. Okay, being an entrepreneur is a national duty. We have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders to move India, because the future of India is just going to be moving on the shoulders of entrepreneurs. Okay, maybe soldiers are the best, maybe the farmers are the best for India, but the entrepreneurs is also coming as another category for India in future. These are, without entrepreneur, the India is not going to do anything. So that's why the entrepreneurship is very important. Being, to start a startup is very important. But what kind of startup you have to do? because that is very important. There are two kind of things in startups. One is invention and another one is the globalization. For example, see, Bill Gates is there. Okay, he is the founder of Microsoft. But the next Bill Gates definitely will not, will not start a company related to Microsoft, or will not start any company related to that. And next Mark Zuckerberg will not, will not come by just founding another Facebook. Okay, and next Elon Musk will not start another SpaceX. Okay, definitely they will not start another thing, because they are already existed. And what we people are doing, the younger people, what younger people are doing, that starting a startup means, okay, for example, already Amazon is there. Amazon is the e-com express and e-com business. It's an e-com business. So again, people are coming with the e-com business and they would like to start doing things. So they are copying what exactly the startups are doing nowadays. Most of the 80% of startups are copying from someone. So these are not called startups. Already blueprint was existed. Already people know what to do and what not to do. Already there was a proper blueprint. This is not considered as like a startup. This is just like a business. Okay, this is just a business. This is not a startup. Don't consider those as the startups. So for example, two kind of things are there. 0 to 1 is there. 1 to n is there. Okay, 0 to 1 is very important. There is nothing. There is no such kind of idea. You developed that idea to up to a certain extent called 1. So that is a very important task. That is a vertical words, 0 to 1. And 1 to n is a horizontal one. So there was already existing idea, already existing developments are there. Everything is there. We are just following that. So those things are not called as startups. So there should be an invention. Definitely there should be an invention is there. And that invention need to be globalized. For example, mobile is an invention. Okay. And everybody is a user of mobile around the world. That is a globalization. That means your idea reaches the millions of people. So that is invention plus globalization. We both require invention and as well as a globalization. If you don't have a globalization, you have only idea, it is also useless. It will not come as a startup, because there are a lot of brilliant people around the world, but not every brilliant is an entrepreneur. Because not only the idea, not only invention, not only technology, we require a globalization. We require a bridge in between the what kind of invention and the globalization. That's what we require, but it is not happening. So starting from 0 to 1 is very, very much important than starting from 1 to n, because already started 1. We are just extending that. We are just extending, like Paytm is there, PayPal is there, Google Pay is there, Phone Pay is there. So what are all these things? These are all the another payment gateways. Razorpay, these are all another payment gateways. They are started from 1 to n. Okay, but the first one who started from 0 to 1, that is very important. Maybe Uber, Ola. After that, this rider out of the Rapido, all these things will comes into the picture. So these are all following the things. Maybe, but they are generating the revenue, but those are not going to be a long-term business, because whatever the business that are there in 2008, whatever the well-performed businesses which are there in 2008, they came to a dead end. Now they are not performing anymore. Whatever the ideas that the people do, whatever the ideas that the people had in 2008 are not working in 2020. So these are not going to make any billionaires, or not going to make another Mark Zuckerberg, another Bill Gates. Nobody will become like this. If you have a startup with the invention and as well as the globalization, then only the startup is going to be hit the world. That is going to be change the things. That is going to be change the dynamics of the people. That is what required. Not the things just like following someone or doing, he's doing that, I'm doing that. He started a startup in a digital marketing, I'm starting this startup in a digital marketing. I did something, he did something, you did something. Like this. This is not called a startup. Don't please come out of this kind of rat trap, and please don't be in that kind of, that kind of maze. Think out of the box. You should not be in that box. If you would like to be an entrepreneur, be with a great idea and try to do it. Okay, don't do it in such a way that everybody is doing that. That is not going to be changed. Maybe that can give you income up to 10 to 20 years or 10 years, and it will be like another job to you. But it is not going to impact the world. It is not going to change the dynamics of the country, and it is not going to change anything. Maybe it can be change something in a personal life, nothing else. Okay, there is a lot of difference between starting a business and starting a startup. So a lot of difference. You need to understand that. And another thing is that the future startup is just like the invention and as well as the globalization. Both the things are required. Just by having an idea is not sufficient. Maybe you have a wonderful and admirable knowledge in the field of chemical engineering. You don't know how to react a wonderful and admirable agitator for the reactors. But if nobody is buying that, nobody is doing something to it, it is just not like a research paper. nothing will helpful for you to get in money or to bring a changes in the world. So you require invention, and as well as you require a globalization. So those are very important things. And I think you are all well known about the invention. I think you may understand what is exactly the invention and what the things are going to be happen. You know everything. But when it comes to the globalization, I have to give some extra idea related to the globalization. I will give you in the future slides. But remember that whatever the startup that you think in mind, whatever the things that is in your mind, please remember that it should be an invention plus as well as the globalization. So both the things are required. And when it comes to the globalization, let's take some of the examples. Recently, the movie Tenet is released. Everybody around the India, people who know about Nolan, watch that movie. So the movies and Avengers and the Bahubali, like Rajinikanth movies, Robo movie, the people watch around the world. The movie has a very good globalization market. When the good director and when the good actor or good actress, someone did it, definitely it has a worldwide acceptance. The people will watch around the world. So that is about the movies. Movies had the globalization. Everybody has access to it, and everybody able to can watch it, and everybody is trying to invest in it. I mean, investing money to watch the movie. So such kind of things. It has a movies has a globalization. Okay, you understand that movies has a globalization. And then coming to sports, the football, the cricket, and because of the IPL now, cricket is also become one of the most watching, sport. So like this, the sports is also having a globalization. Like it is going to affect a certain civilization, or it is going to affect a certain parameters or certain countries. And when it comes to the politics, these politics are nothing but the politics are going to affect a certain region. For example, if there was a politics that happened in AP, Andhra Pradesh, okay, some people will going to affect because of the reason. This is also had some capital, some globalization affects the politics. And then business. So business, obviously the business around the world, many of the people are doing business. Okay, India is running because people are doing business, not people are people are rolling or something. India is running because of doing business. And as per my opinion, if you go to high tech city, the people will thought that high tech city is a very costlier city, and what is happening, there's a lot of turnover is going to happen in high tech city, a lot of projects from coming from a foreign, and the turnover is in crores. People may think like that. But when it comes if you compare Hyderabad market of high tech city and old city has a very big market. The old city has very big market compared to high tech city. But nobody knows what exact how much business is happening. Even the business is going to changes within rupees or 0.5 paisa, 0.50 paisa, like this. The business drastically going to change in Hyderabad old city. And it's very easy to become billionaire in India compared to any other country because of the market that India had, because of the opportunities that India had. So these four things had a globalization: movies, sports, politics, and business. If you'd like to earn the money, okay, if you'd like to earn the money, job is not an option. You have to go to movies, or you have to be in sports, or you have to be in politics. Actually, politics is like a social service, but in India, it's converted like one of the money earning perspective. So remove the politics. Okay, for students, it should not be like one of the earning thing. It should be related to ethical values. So remove the politics, movies, sports, and business. If you would like to earn the money, okay. Remember, if you'd like to earn the money, okay, these two things are required: movies, sports, and business. Okay, these three things are very important. When it comes to business, what kind of business that you need to look at? Okay, I'm not talking about the startups here. I'm talking about the general idea, the people, what they're thinking about in their mind. What are the exact things that has a craze in youth: movies, sports, politics, and business. When it comes to the business, there are four businesses always have a wonderful and admirable future in India. One is food. Everybody required food. Food has a lot of business. If you enter into the food market, a lot of competition is there, and as well as a lot of market is there for food. Especially in India, 120 crore plus people are there, and everybody required food, and everybody required chutney, and everybody required sugar, everybody required the domestic tea. So a lot of things require something. So that's why a lot of things are going to be changed. A lot of things are going to have opportunities there in the food. And next one is the water. At present in India, nobody cares about water, but the future is going to be dependent on water. So a lot of things are going to be changed because of the water. A lot of wars. Okay, maybe the third world war maybe come because of water only. So that kind of things. The water, that is the second thing. And the health. Health is a very important thing that the people less invest in health. And you know that the disease is most costlier than health. Okay, you can buy health for the cheaper cost. Buying a good food and drinking good water, being in a good platform. These kind of things is going to change a lot of things. But Nobody is doing like that. Health is also one of the very much big sector in India. Not only in India, around the world, the health is a very big a big market. Health is a very big market. And after that, education. Nowadays, education is become a business. So these four things had a very big market. So once you're talking about a startup, once you're talking about something, once you're talking about to start a new idea, starting an idea which is related to these four sectors, which can able to change the dynamics of the people, which can able to change the behavior and everything. For example, you find something where you can able to preserve a lot of amount of food, or where you can able to purify the water, and where you can able to increase the groundwater, or where you can increase the health of the human beings, or where you can increase the platforms of learning. So these kind of startups are going to change a lot of things. We require an invention, especially in these four foods, because there is a lot of business. Okay, even selling selling vegetables or selling fish, selling because in the Bhimavaram area, people are earning crores of rupees just by selling prawns. Okay, business is different, but what kind of business, especially these four things: food, water, health, and education. In out of these four, if you come with a wonderful and admirable idea, definitely the world is going to be accept, and you will be a next billionaire. Okay, if you can able to get a startup idea out of these kind of things: food, water, health, and education. So these are very important also for human beings, for not only for the human beings, for everybody around the world. So these are the things are very much important. So if you can able to run a startup idea which is related to these fields, definitely you will not end with any loss. Definitely you will get a profit, and as well as you require every engineer should do in a think in a manner they can able to make sensations in the history of the world. So once you can able to do the things in these four fields, definitely you will be a master of the future. Okay, this is also one of the things which is related to globalization. The globalization is nothing but an acceptance. Okay, if everybody should able to accept your idea, it should be whether in food or in water, it should be in health, or it should be in education. Then only the world will accept your startup. And then engineering. See, understanding the nature is called science. So we will read whatever the thing that is there in the nature. So we will not speak of something which is not there in nature. So understanding the nature is called science. Applying those science is called technology. Okay, whatever the science that you learn, and if you start applying that, that is called technology. And if you understand, if you use both the science and technology, okay, if you use both science and technology for the welfare of the people, that is called engineering. And that's what your responsibility as an engineer. Okay, as an engineer, you should be like this. Okay, engineering is not a degree. Okay, not a degree to write a bank exam, or not a write it to IAS officer or to something. Okay, in order to do that something, you can do another degree. You can do anything. But engineering has a prominent role. Engineering is different. Engineer is an epic. Okay, engineer is a different one. Okay, being an engineer is a very proud moment. Okay, and if you do something, if you do with something with science and technology for the welfare of the human beings, that is a wonderful aspect. Okay, so you have to feel like this. You have to always be proud because of your engineer, and you have a lot of responsibility in India to do such kind of things, to do miracles in India. Okay, only engineers can do this kind of things, because the mindset that engineering people had is a very different. Nobody will have that kind of mindset. The mindset and the freedom, the thinking capabilities that engineering students has is very different. I don't know, nobody know what is the reason, but engineering students are capable to do anything in this world. So that is the beauty of the engineering. So when you are in engineering field, most of the people, so that's why try to do a startups which is related to education, food, health, and water. So those will helpful. And when it comes to the startups, don't try to follow anything blindly. Okay, that is very important. So we require R&D. First of all, we require an invention, we require an R&D, and then we require engineering, and then we require a globalization. So first of all, you should have an idea. You should have an idea to change something. Okay, to resolve some problem, you should have an idea. That idea requires some R&D, some little R&D. Maybe the market point of view, or the technical point of view, we require some R&D, and then we require engineering, and then we require globalization. Actually, this graph should be in reverse. We require more R&D, and we require more engineering, and then automatically the globalization is going to be happen. Okay, nobody don't know that what are the parts that are there in a mobile phone, but everybody know how to use it. So at the end of the user interface, it is very easy to operate a mobile. So like this, when you are talking about the startups, you require an R&D, you require an engineering, and you require a globalization. These things are required for a startup. Not everybody who have a knowledge, or not everybody who have an idea, not everybody who had a money will not be happen. For example, let me come into my situation. Okay, I didn't take any single rupee from my family. In order to start my company, I didn't take any money. and I just have an idea. I just have an idea to extra do something. Okay, and I know the people who have money and who don't have any idea. Okay, I am the person who have the time. Nobody had a time. Maybe somebody have a money, but they don't have a time. Maybe somebody have a time, they don't have idea. But I'm fortunate that I have a time in my hand. So the biggest investment that startups are required is time. The only investment that you need to put is time. If you are not putting your time, I know it is not like just it is not just like uh, doing the things within a one day. You have to face a lot of criticism, you have to face a lot of struggles, and you have to be a situation where even you don't have a money to eat. Those kind of situations may come. You should stand and you should invest your time to be a successful entrepreneur. And not just saying like this is not going to be make the things happen. You have to invest your time, you have to put your mind. R&D is required, engineering is required, and then globalization is required. These things are required in order to get a better startup. Okay, in order to reach a break-even point, these things are very much important. And when it comes to the globalization, there are two kind of things. Maybe you have some idea which is related to nanotechnology or something related to space or something, but at present it doesn't have a market. Nobody is willing to buy those products because whatever the things that you're talking about is very advanced. These things are not going to be affected, the current market or something. So you have to think about two things. One is having market and then reaching the market. Okay, you have the market. Okay, you have a people and you have a market, and you know how to do such kind of things and all those things, but it is not possible for you to reach people. So you require the concept of marketing here. You have to identify, you have to think about a startup where it should be in education or in water or in a food or in any or in the what is the third one, health. Okay, the fourth one, health. You have to think in this manner, and then you should have a market, you should have market, and you should have a capability, to reach this particular market. These things are very much important in order to start a startup. So this is the actual mindset that the people had. The people is always imitating someone. Okay, it is not matter. So for example, if somebody got a gate rank and a get job of 80,000 rupees in your campus, so everybody thought that I will also put a gate rank, I will also do a gate rank, I will also do get gate rank. And people write a gate and they will not qualify in their first year, because when they completed the final year, they will not qualify in the first year. And after that, they thought they will go for after that, one person will go to coaching and he will crack it. So everybody go to same coaching center, and they will try to crack the gate, and they will wasting their 1 year of time. So don't try to follow someone. You are not like nobody. Okay, if you are like someone, you are wasting the oxygen of the earth. Okay, you are a unique person. Always remember, maybe you are getting whatever the marks, maybe you have a 10 backlogs, maybe you are an expert, maybe you are a topper. No matter what position you are a unique. You are something different. You are not like other. Don't try to act like other, and don't try to please someone who is in relatives or who is in your society. Don't be like that. Trust your idea. Okay, how to think about idea? Your idea, your startup idea should have all this kind of information. You have to think in this manner in order to make sure that whether your idea is capable or not. Maybe I have an idea, but which is not capable for present scenario. I have to drop that if it is not capable. Or else, if you have a capability to create a market, if you have a capability to create something, if you have a capability to create an interest in the people, then you can do it. Okay, so these kind of things are very much important. So always remember, you are a unique. Your thought should be unique, and your thought should be the great business, and the business should have a market, and the market should have, and you should have a capability to reach that market. So these things are very much important to start a startup. So don't follow any other. Okay, don't follow any other, and don't follow any other suggestions which will drag you back. Okay, and you should have a dare, and you should invest some of your time. Okay, not everybody will get a job after this, after this BTech. So you should invest your time on the startups, especially, for example, now I was in startups. Okay, I myself committed up to next 10 years for my startup. Okay, for next 10 years I was with Aharia Technologies. Even if I get a loss or profit or anything, I was with Aharia for next 10 years, because it was my commitment towards it. When I started realizing to start a company, I committed my 6 years of time for the company. So that is what required. Okay, I'm not asking everybody to put your 6 years of effect or something. Okay, but you require something. You should have some commitment towards it. So this is how you people need to think about the startups. And you people are asked about a mindset of entrepreneurs. No? The main intention of this one, you should be in such kind of mindset. It's not just like the, just like generating income. It should give an impact. It should be an impact on the entire world. Okay. So when in the future, Ahare will be a brand. Definitely Ahare will be a brand and everybody will know that. So like this, you should have your own vision. You should have your own idea. Everything should be your own. Then trust yourself, and self-belief is the biggest asset. And investing the time is very much important. So keep all these things in mind and try to develop a mindset like this. And if you require any kind of suggestions, you can connect me in Facebook, not in LinkedIn. At present my LinkedIn is completely optimized only for my clients only. So you can connect me in my Facebook, Shivaji Rajinikanth. It shows Shivaji Rajinikanth. And so this is all from my side. Okay. And thank you so much. This is the information that I would like to share with you. This is not like a lecture. This is just like an interaction. I would like to express my feelings towards all these situations that are happening around us. I would like to express my feelings with you. So that's why I accepted to come to this lecture. Okay. This is all from my side. And if you people have any doubts related to anything, please just comment. I will answer all your questions.
I request participants to ask Shivaji Garu some questions if you have any.
So please please be free to ask any question, because there is no such kind of thing like worst questions. Okay, every question is a very valuable question. So you can ask in your own language, or you can ask in English. Anything is acceptable. So I will tell you.
Sir.
Yeah.
So firstly, thank you, sir, for inspiring words. Those really mean a lot to us. So I have questions, sir. Like, see, you said that time is required for any commitment, like for a startup or something, sir. So does any pressure could be there now, sir, from family side or from society? Like, okay, you should have to, after completing your education, you should earn some money or like that. So does we means how could we get that time, sir? So to dedicate into some startup or such thing, like, sir.
See, first of all, you have to believe yourself. Okay, that is the first thing. And the second one is the communication is a very key factor. Okay, if you cannot able to convince your parents, okay, people who are always with you, people who are always support you, people who are always invest money on you, if you cannot able to convince your parents, how you can able to convince your clients, how you can able to convince your investors, and how you can able to do something. So that is very important. When I realized it to start a startup, okay, when I realized it to start myself to start a startup, it's take around 1 day for me to convince my parents, because obviously I have a good communication skills to say what exactly I want and what exactly I do. My parents are convinced within 1 day. After my parents are convinced, I have to convince my investors. So again, I have to talk with them and I have to communicate with them. The communication is a key factor, first of all, to convince someone, especially your parents, because it's not matter what relatives thinks about you, but there should be always someone like family or a friend. Definitely they should support you in this journey of this particular startup. Definitely they should support you. You cannot able to blindly start. If they didn't support you, then you have to start it on your own, but you should get a support from your family. So you have to convince them. Okay, so that is for sure. You have to convince your parents by the communication skills. Okay, that is for sure. And how you have to get a time means, when you are in a startup, suppose for example, when you are in a startup, initially nobody will give you a work to you. You will have a lot of time. If you are really committed to startup, you don't have a work, you don't have, because in my company I don't have any work. I have to create my own work. In order to create my own work, I have to invest time. If I didn't create my own work, I always have a time. So that is the thing. So in the prospect of time, you should not be hurry. You should not be hurry that my friends are getting placed in somewhere, I have to place it, my career is gone, something like this. So these kind of things will not work out. And even for example, suppose for example you are in a love, okay, and especially when the graduation is completed, women will getting married. Because she's getting married, you have to enter into a job and you have to marry her. So that kind of things are different. Okay, you cannot able to do at this kind of situation. So but the startups should have a lot of commitment, where you can sacrifice a lot of things. So that is, then only the miracles will happen. So that is the thing, you should have commitment. Okay, because nobody will give you grandly anything. Like your parents will not accept that you are doing something and you are imposing to accept them. They have to trust you first of all. So that is very important thing.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. See, communication is very important. The first of all is the communication is very important. You have to communicate yourself, because when I go to bank, for example, see, let me say, when I completed my graduation, because of the work, because of the startups work that I had, I become very, very thin. I mean, very fat. Okay, I look like I just reached, I crossed 100 kgs. Okay, I crossed the weight of 100 kgs, and I look like a very big person. When I went to bank, they treat me like a person, not like a kid. They're not like something. So that is also helpful for me. So many things are affecting, because when you are good at communication, you can able to share what exactly there in your mind. So that is very important. What was the biggest challenge you faced in your entrepreneurship journey so far? Every day it is a journey. I mean, every day I will something. For example, see, in this month of December, okay, in this month of December, I get some money, like around I earned around 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs something. I am not sure that in January I will earn 2 lakhs. And I am not sure that in January I am going to earn 10 rupees. I'm not sure in January I am going to earn 1 rupee, because I don't know what is going to happen in January. But I may earn 5 lakhs rupees also. I may have, if I have a good project, I may have 10 lakh rupees also. It's not a matter, but every day is challenging. And the biggest challenging that I get is that I got an electric shock, because I bring a lot of equipment from Pune. Because of that reason, I cannot able to go for technician each and every time, because he is in Pune and my company is in Andhra Pradesh. So if a technician came to my place and I have to pay, I have to pay around 600 rupees, 6,000 rupees for him for one day. I cannot able to pay that money at the initial time of my startup. So what I have to do, I have to do it on my own. So at the time, what I learned about heaters, I learned about the heat exchanger phenomena, and I tried to remove the scaling of my heaters and did everything myself. At the time of remove the scaling, I got some problems and I got electric shock, which is around 6 kilowatt. That is very huge electric shock. That is one of the major accident that I had in startups. When I get that accident, my entire family was shocked, that they thought that unexpectedly and unfortunately, we encouraged him to do this kind of startup. This is not a right place to him. If he is in, he may have died at this particular situation. Maybe if he is in a job, he will not get any this kind of situation. They are in that kind of panic mode, and it's taking around 2 to 3 days of time to getting back from that injury. So a lot of things are done. That is the only one thing, because that is a physical injury. I will not have any mental injury, because I'm very strong at my thoughts, so I will not get any of that. But I get a physical injury because of that electric shock. That is the biggest journey. And another thing is that the marketing is a very big problem for me, because I don't know how to do marketing. I am good at chemical engineering. I'm good at things, but I don't know how to do the marketing, and I don't know how to go for digital marketing and all those things. But one person said, if you'd like to do marketing, you have to reborn from yourself. Okay, you have to forget that you are a chemical engineer, and you have to forget you are a gold medalist of MIT. You have to forget everything, and you have to reborn to be a marketer. So then I apply myself as a marketer. I apply myself as a salesperson. I went to many of the distributors around India, and I went to different places. I traveled different places, and I get the clients, and I did a lot of things. So now my company is running because of the marketing that I did, and because of walking. Okay, because of walking, my legs are like even I cannot able to walk sometimes. So that kind of situation that I had when I'm doing because I don't have a bike, I have to walk. I have to go for public transport. So a lot of things are there. For every startup, a lot of difficulties will be there. So we cannot able to say which one is the best or which one is the worst. Maybe the biggest challenge will not be. Maybe the biggest challenger. What are the biggest challenge that I'm expecting is still not happen. Maybe it will come in 2021. Maybe it will come in 2020. We don't know when it is going to be happen. So I cannot say which is the biggest challenge. And what is your opinion on learning from mistakes or looking for the mistakes done by earlier people in that held? See, first of all, I don't believe in some other thoughts. Okay, for example, learning from the own mistakes is the best option. For example, let me say. Okay, let me say, for example, there is a book. Okay, the book written by some author. He wrote a book because of his own condition, because of his own thoughts, because of his ideology, and he wrote this book. It will not be applicable for your lifestyle. It will not be acceptable for you. You don't know, because always adapting some other failures is not acceptable. So learning from own mistakes is different. Every day we will do mistakes, and from that mistakes you're learning. That's a wonderful thing. But learning from others' mistakes, you cannot able to say what exactly happening. maybe his scenario is different, his approach is different, the factors that are affecting his particular situation is different. So that is very thing, because maybe he did good at 2019, so you take that as an inspiration, and you started in 2020, and corona comes, everything goes. So what is happening, the situations are different, so learning from own mistakes will always helpful compared to learning from others mistakes. So that is my understanding. Sir, in COVID crisis, as an entrepreneur, have you converted pandemic situation into your favorable situation? Everything has happened because I run a startup without any income up to 1 year. Okay. After that, I developed some income and I started getting money. And after that, because of a COVID, everything goes back. Everything went back to zero. Okay, everything went back to zero. So because of that reason, what has happened? So whatever the effort that I put everything into my startup from the last 2 years, everything came to zero. Everything came to zero. And even we didn't run our plant, even we didn't get any clients, everything halt. So we didn't get any money. So at the time, what I did is that I applied for the patent. So what are the things that I did in 2020 in the COVID times? I applied for patent, and at this end of month of December or in January, I am going to get a patent for the 2 new products for my company. Okay, that is one thing that I get achieved. And the second thing is that we started training program about Haspenisis, and where I am teaching it, and around the world. Okay, within the 6 months of time, and with my previous experiences that I had around the world, people from Malaysia, Australia, Canada, people are coming and asking me to teach these kind of training programs. So that is also second thing. And the third thing is that we had an MOU with the different countries. Till now, we have an MOU with the only Pune. But after that, after this COVID is come, and because of the time, because of the reason I have a time to talk with more amount of clients, more clients. And I have a MOUs with the Malaysian countries, and I have MOUs with the other countries, where I can able to supply equipment around the world. So these kind of 3 things that I developed during this corona. And the fourth thing is that I developed my fitness. Okay, I lose around 8 kgs within this COVID time. So anything, maybe the personal development, or maybe the industrial development, anything may be acceptable. So maybe the COVID gives me some new opportunities to earn the money. So that is also one thing I can say. The both things are happen. For one side, my business is getting halt, and I tried a lot to do the business. And one more thing is that because of corona, there are some products in Hyderabad market. There are some products. Those all products are coming from Maharashtra, okay, to Hyderabad. So because of the corona, those Maharashtra companies cannot able to supply the products to Hyderabad. But I am the only one who arranged my own vehicle, and who arranged the passes and everything, and who drive my own vehicle. Okay, I just drive my own minivan, and take out all my products, and I went to Hyderabad and supply to many of the companies in Hyderabad, some of the products. And because of that reason, I had a good rapport with those companies, and they are not taking the products from the Maharashtrian company. Around 20 companies, 10 companies are my returning customers. So now, because of that reason, there is an increment is happened in my product requirement. So that is also one good thing that has happened to me because of the COVID. So there are north side companies has a lot of dominant in the south market. So because of that, what is happening? They cannot able to supply the product to south zone. Many of the entrepreneurs like in south zone get that opportunity to reach the particular situation. So that is the another advantage that we had because of this corona.
Now I request Anudeep to propose vote of thanks.
Yes, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for Mr. Tota Shivaji sir for sharing your experience on how to become a successful entrepreneur and sharing your ideas towards entrepreneur mindset. I also like to thank our respected principal sir and management, and even our HOD Anil sir for organizing such a knowledgeable session. Also, I would like to thank the faculty coordinators for pulling off such a wonderful session. I even want to thank the participants for staying right there throughout the session and putting up really interesting questions. So I request all the participants to tune into next session, which is on 30th December at 2 p.m.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. and I'm very happy to have a discussion with you people. And whenever if you have a doubt or would like any suggestion related to anything, you can contact me by any of the social media or anything. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shivaji Garu, for accepting our invitation and spending time with our audience, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for I'm inviting me the third time, and I'm very happy for you. I'm very happy because of this reason. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.